Sprint and Boost's inexpensive and compact Kyocera Verve has a decent camera, a user-friendly interface, and media transferring capabilities via USB. The Kyocera Verve feature handset may not be on the bleeding edge of smartphone technology, but as a starter device, it does deliver high marks on the basics. The Verve comes in gray and pink for Sprint users, and a deep blue for Boost mobile customers. I reviewed Sprint's pink variant, which looked vibrant and stylish. Of course, the standout color is definitely not for everyone. For me, however, I liked the deep, saturated tone, and I thought it contrasted well with the lime green accents on the buttons. The phone is ultra-pocketable, measuring 4.53 inches tall, 2.13 inches wide, and 0.59 inches thick. 115mm by 54mm by 14.9mm. With its compact frame and reasonable weight, it weighs 4.7 ounces or 132.5 grams. It's very comfortable to hold. You can slide the keyboard in and out with one hand, and when closed, it's still easy to navigate with one hand. Located on the left edge are a volume rocker and micro USB port, and up top is a 3.5mm headphone jack. The right houses a shortcut camera button and a small indentation. Using the latter, you can pry off the subtly textured back plate to reveal the 1,100 mAh battery. The rear houses the only camera on the Verve as well, and two slits for the audio speaker. On the front sits a 2.4-inch QVGA display with a 320 by 240 pixel resolution. Obviously, with these specs, graphics and texts on the screen will look pixelated and jagged. Images, like default wallpapers, showed noticeable color banding as well. The display also has a narrow viewing angle. A slight tilt from any angle can wash out the screen entirely. All that said, however, the display is still viewable nonetheless, and I didn't have any trouble looking, reading, or navigating my way through menus. To the left of the screen are two pink soft keys that can be utilized when the QWERTY keyboard is slid out and in use. Because they blend with the rest of the phone, they are unobtrusive and don't add any clutter to the device's overall look. Below the screen is an alphanumeric keypad, complete with its own set of two soft keys, and a silver rectangular navigation control with a menu, OK button in the middle. This silver ring of buttons feels a bit sharp to the touch, but it's not a deal breaker. After using it a few times, I got used to the way it felt and hardly noticed it after a while. At the bottom of the two shortcut keys are buttons for the speaker and back button. Altogether, these four keys are quite small and cramped around one another. The fact that they angle inwardly helps a little bit, but often, I still found myself pressing a couple of them at the same time, so you'll need to be precise when pressing these particular keys. Next to those sit the talk, speaker, and end, power keys. Both of these keys are conveniently raised and bulge out a little from the surface of the handset, making it easier to feel for and to press. And finally, below that is the alphanumeric keypad. Like the talk and end buttons, the keypad also sits above the surface of the phone, so you can easily dial numbers without looking directly at the buttons. The keys arc slightly downward and are generously sized. In addition, if you long press the star and pound keys, you can launch your in case of emergency information and contacts, and dial 911, respectively. This is especially useful for seniors who may want quick access to either of these services.